I learned that as a learner with ADD, I need to help myself to pay attention and focus by using my eyes, ears, and my brain. I can also do a lot of things, like playing the PC, doing bicycles, and playing badminton. CL helped me learn to improve my concentration in different subjects, so I'll have better grades. In high school, I expect to work hard for better grades, make more friends, and I look forward to more interesting experiences.
What I learned about myself as a learner is that I have to practice every day to improve my skills in learning and always do my best. I learned about the things I'm good at and the things I'm not. I have to work hard and try my best to achieve my goals that will help me make a better future. Growing up in Syria has taught me many important lessons, that each one of us has his or her own way of living. That it is okay to seek help in others. I learned how to face my problems on my own and solve things the right way. Growing up in Syria has taught me to keep on trying until success and to never give up. I look forward to more years of learning, hard work, fun, more great experiences, and new things to discover in this school.
I learned that I have to do my homework early. I focus on studying, then I can easily understand my lessons. I learned to be patient, especially in math, so I can easily solve the problems. Most important lessons in CL are respect our elders like parents and teachers. I also learned to be friendly and compassionate with our friends, classmates, and other people I meet. I look forward to meeting new friends, learning new topics in school, new activities. It's gonna be an exciting phase of my life. Thank you.
As a learner, I learned you must learn to love. You are learning words and messages, the far more interested in learning about love. I learned that positivity goes a very long way. I have come to realize that actions love and ends, then acts for something far better when you don't believe yourself and real skills. I also learned that having good thoughts and using knowledge. For me, one of the most important lessons in CL is to never give up, to always strive, and to not be afraid of doing something for shot, because sometimes learning takes time and patience. It is one of the skills to make learning fun for students. CL taught me that I can maximize strengths and improve my weaknesses. CL taught me that it is unhealthy to harbor anger and heart. I look forward to continuing developing myself and the relationship have a good quality. What I learned about myself as a learner was that I had weaknesses and that I was also not as smart as usual. I came to school late and was also late in passing the required grades. But I also learned that I could do more difficult things than I thought I could. The most important lessons I have learned in CL is that during good times and bad, you will still walk through it with a smile on your face, never giving up, no matter how hard it is. I look forward to when high school is for more memories and friends to treasure and more fun to experience. Have stronger bonds with old friends, new things to talk about, and new lessons to learn. And hopefully everyone will grow to give us a
I learned about myself. I just need to work hard and do my work right. If I make any mistakes, I try to learn from them and try again until I get it right. The most important lessons I learned from Zero is to pay attention to the person or people who are saying something. In high school, I look forward to improving myself and working.
I've learned a lot about myself. I've learned about my responsibilities, priorities, and manners. I've learned about friendship. I've learned about bettering myself, and I've learned about helping others in that as well. From the very beginning, I grew up as a bottom CL, and throughout these years, golf has taught me a lot of lessons. Whether it's academic-wise or personality-wise, golf has given me lessons that will help me be a better person in the future. CL has taught me that no matter the differences between two people, both will find a way to come out successful. Apparently, not everyone has the same way of learning, however, everyone is equally smart. CL has taught me to respect other people's decisions and opinions towards mine. CL has taught me how to make friends, not only from my class, but also from different levels, some even teachers. Some of the main things I look forward to is solidifying the real friendships I have and maybe even making new friends. I look forward to getting past all the problems problem, acne, or just plain drama. I look forward to getting past it. Finally, I'd like to improve my grades and push my talent to the limit. I look forward to joining dance competitions in school and pushing my grades higher than before.
I learned that I could know more. I used to think that studying was hard, and I wasn't graduating. Thanks to skill, I've learned more things in life. Skill taught me to be independent, not find the other people, and then to do the progress behind me. Skill also taught me to be responsible and not be my things in school. I look forward to learning more lessons and making new friends. And high school thank and high school teachers, like she made me appreciate.
I learned how to think positive so I can learn better. I need to read more. I should ask the teacher or classmate. I enjoy social studies because I am interested in history. Theo taught me that when you fail, you have to try again. I learned to expect people no matter who they are. I learned how to see how they don't only measure grades, but also the effort that they put in. In Theo, I learned to love society. I look forward to meeting more friends and learning with them. And working with them to the dance team and in student committees, I expect I have to work hard to get better.
As a golf student, I learned to pay more attention to the details that would be helpful for me. Also, I discovered parts of me that I never found out in my entire life, and those are my music and art skills. There are tons of lessons that growing up in golf has taught me, but the most valuable lessons that I've learned are to take full responsibility for everything that was given to me, to take important notes when you want to understand lessons vividly, to not criticize people if you're not perfect because no one is perfect. Lastly, to know that you are smart in every way. I look forward to meeting more friends and handling more complex lessons, tasks, and quizzes.
What I learned about myself as a learner is how important it is to be open to others because I was Asian. I also learned that I can be talented at something I know I'm not good at. That's dancing. When I joined the dance team, I improved my own skills. The most important thing that Paul had taught me is quote, think before you act. This one is important to me because when I was in third grade, most of my classmates would be in trouble because of their behavior. Our teacher, Teacher MJ, was the one who taught us this quote, and ever since I would always think before I do something. I will look forward to meeting new people and becoming very close to them. I will also study hard to improve my skills and travel for the future. And most importantly, I will look forward to learning new things about myself.
I learned that I have a lot to learn and I've worked very, very hard and it's my effort and easy. I learned that there's some games and computers about specific projects, and experiments. And if you don't have it all ambition, you will not have to push that you want to smart for. I look forward to becoming a better student, learning new things and making new friends. And I expect to become a more responsible person.
I learned that I'm a person who can be smart if I study well. See, the one of the lessons I learned about being a good friend, listening well, and not being a bad influence on other people. I look forward to learning new life lessons, new fun activities to do, making new friends, being a good person always.
What I learned about myself as a learner is that I should learn to prioritize my school-related tasks and I can adapt well to hard tasks and multiple tasks as well. Also, I learned that not everyone completely understands the topic, but you also have to practice and ask questions. The most important lessons that growing up in CL has taught me are: number one, no two people are the same and each of us has differences. Number two, no one's perfect, though some strive to get near. And number three, we should not judge people based on how they look, but accept them for who they are inside. What I look forward to for the next years of high school are harder tasks and lessons, more expectations and responsibilities. I should work much harder than I used to. Besides, everything's for my brighter future.
I don't know about that, but to never give up even when I'm hard on you. The most important lesson growing up in a community of learners taught me is persistence pays off, because giving up is like losing everything you hold dear. I look forward to new friends, teachers, and new challenges as a way in college. Mostly new obstacles to go through. Having a successful life, happy during high school, finding out with friends. There's a lot more to look forward to because next year will be a new beginning for us.
As a learner, you will also many things like that are confusing to me like math, dividing decimals. It's a bit hard to answer. The most important lesson in school are the science and math lessons that I had. I also learned I should listen to the teacher who is telling me what to do. What I will learn in high school is how to be a smart and responsible student in class. I will also listen to the teacher well. I like to see new and funny classmates.
I learned that as a learner, I can work harder and be more responsible. Although the most important lessons I learned in CL is I focus, listen, know the lesson better, and try to help myself more. What I look forward to in high school are the new teachers, lessons, classmates, subjects, and having better grades.
I wasn't originally from CL. I came from school where teachers went on and on without assessing if students likely really learned anything or that if you're interested in it, you can listen. I'm glad that CL has accomplished this. It has given me motivation to join in other school activities that I otherwise wouldn't have even considered in my previous school life. I just realized that any person, young or old, may really be open to learning if there are teachers in schools like CL who are willing to teach you how to learn. In my stay at CL, I learned that the most important lesson in life is respect. We see people and things without judgment or discrimination, then we can be open to all sorts of things and ideas. Hopefully, when I step into the next level of school adventure, I remain the person that I am and gain more friends and acquaintances. I learn more, this time not just knowledge, facts, skills, and talents, but also the beginning of wisdom, both of the mind and heart.
As a learner, I discovered my strengths, what I'm good at, and what I want to be when I grow up. It made me realize and see the world in different ways. I also learned about my weaknesses. I learned how to change my work habits and make myself become a better person. I learned that I am learning. CL taught me to be myself, to love myself. Through CL's project, like Hindi and Upper School Idol, I became more confident. Teachers would always give us time to speak about how we feel. CL taught me to care for the people around me, and because of that, I became a leader. Now I am happier seeing the people around me smiling than just me being hurtful. But the most important lesson they taught me was to help other people. This made me realize that I want to be a lawyer, to help those people who are just not strong enough on their own, and to be their voice when they're too afraid to speak. Now I teach those lessons to my cousins who need it more than I do. Thank you, Sia. What I look forward in high school are the activities and the projects. I love seeing the people on the backstage, helping out and getting stressed. I want to feel the pressure and stress they experience, so when I grow up and start working, it will be easier for me to handle pressure and stress. I also look forward to seeing my class grow from little kids to adults. No matter what happens, I still think my class will be happy in the end. My class is not the epic finish, but I'm fine with that.
Para personalidad ng mga tao, iba't iba ang paraan ng pag-aaral kung sa sarili bilang isang mag-aaral, leader o kaibigan. Isa lang ang pinag-uugan dito, pagsusunod ng kilay. Ito ang pinagdunan ko tungkol sa akin bilang isang mag-aaral. Ako ay sariling paraan ng mag-aaral. Maaaring pareho tayo ng pagkakapos ng matalinis, guro, pero iba ang pag-iisip natin. Ang pulse ay paaralan na hindi lang para sa mga bata. Ito rin ay para sa mga magulang at guro. Sinasabi ko ito dahil sa tagal ko na rito na nag-aaral. Tingin ko na ang pahayag na ito ay tama. Iba ang pag-iisip ng pulse. Nagbabago na ang tatalin at ang direksyon ng guro. Pero ang pulse ay hindi kayo na magkakataon sa mga bata na ipakita ang kabalina nila sa sayaw, musika, basketball o advance. Sa tingin ko, ito ang ibig sabihin nila na ang sasaguparan na tinatawag ng totoo na dance. Gusto ko maranasan ang sinasabi na kapag ng proyekto pero masaya pa rin, sinasabi na aking siya din. Marahil ay hindi na ako hihingin sa siyang ng-post na mata sa aking report card, pero gagawin ko ang lahat ng aking makakaya. Susubukan kong mapabuti ang aking work habit at i-disiplina ang sarili dahil alam ko na kinakailangan ko ito sa labas ng ko.
I learned that I could be more focused if I set a goal for myself. When I do this, I really work hard on it and I can achieve my goals. Growing up in CL taught me that being back from CL is a good thing because teachers here are like moms to me. They guide me and teach me really important life lessons. What I look forward to in high school told me this was the most memorable and fun years of my life.
Before summer school, I used to drift away from lessons to think about other things. I would be looking at the blackboard, but my mind would often be somewhere else. Now that I always fully pay attention, I learned just how well I could really do my schoolwork. I've also realized how interesting and intriguing those lessons can actually be. Now, I never miss a chance for note-taking. Growing up in golf, I have learned to be responsible. If I'd grown up in another school, I'm sure I'd be thinking that doing homework is just to please the teachers. I understand that my teachers give me extra work to help me learn better and for me to remember the important facts and details of the topics. One thing I've also learned in school is to express my thoughts and feelings more, to be open and help. Thanks to teachers who encourage me to do this. Even in the process of expressing these thoughts and feelings, I surprisingly learn more about myself and the way I think. In high school and community of learners, I look forward to learning new things and watching myself grow up to become a student. For learning new things, I especially look forward to new topics in social studies. I've always been interested in history, specifically mythology and early human life. As to watching myself grow up, sometimes I think about what I would be like when I become a student and will no longer be a little kid. My mother told me that my being shy was just part of being, that I would soon be a more sociable person when I grow up.
I've learned that I've studied hard as a learner because I review all of my subjects so I will know them. I've also learned that I think about my answers before writing them down and read pages before taking notes. CL has taught me that I have to set and achieve goals as a person so that I can be prepared for the life ahead. CL also taught me to be respectful so that I can be friends with my classmates and even with people who I do not know. The last thing that CL has taught me is that I have to show responsibility so that I can finish tasks, homeworks, and projects within deadlines. For the next years in high school, I look forward to more challenges, more fun activities, and more friends. I also look forward for more journeys and learnings.
I learned a lot of things, not just from what our teacher discussed, but also from personal experiences. I'm forever grateful for all of those learnings. The most valuable thing I have learned was level of focus. Truly, with the power of communication and thinking, it is something that we call the lesson building. Expect to learn and understand much more about the things that are important for the life.
I learned that I must be ready for bigger responsibilities, like doing the homework, tasks, and project on time, because responsibility means I can be trusted to do what is right to do the things that are expected of me. So I must be ready, and I must be responsible at all costs. The most important lessons you are taught is to be independent. You don't have to always rely on other people to do your homework and so on. It's very important that you learn to do things yourself. For the next high school years, I must continue to improve more on my work and learn to stay better.
I learned to be a responsible student. It is important to read and study so I can learn and improve. I must do my tasks, homeworks, and projects on time because it is part of being a learner. CL taught me to appreciate myself. I am able to show my real self and I'm happy that I gained friends. I look forward to learn more about myself, teachers, classmates, and topics from studies from different subjects.
I learned that I can be a better person by paying attention to lessons, being more responsible and hardworking. I have teachers, parents, classmates, and friends that can help me, but the most important person that can help me is myself. The most important lessons that CL has taught me are to be respectful, to listen attentively to lessons, to focus on tasks and homeworks, and to always give my very best. I am looking forward to new friendships and learning new lessons.
As a learner, I learned that using my brain is one thing, but using my brain for useful things is another. I learned that responsibility is one of the most important things I need to survive in the future. The most important lesson I had in CL was to learn not just for myself, but for others too. I know that I can do better than what I expect, and if it fails, I can just try again. I look forward to more work, more responsibility, and more leadership.
I learned that discipline is an important part of learning. I look forward to being a better learner, student, and extending my artistic skills to the max during major projects.
I have learned that I am a very social and energetic person. CL has taught me how to be a more respectful and responsible person. I look forward to being able to improve my intelligence and performance.
What I learned about myself as a learner is that I can be very focused and absent-minded. I can be strong-willed or easily broken. I learned what my limitations are and how to overcome them. I learned that with the correct guidance, I can achieve so much more than what I think I can do. One of the most important lessons I have learned as a student here in Seattle is that everyone can learn something new, good or bad. That with the right amount of focus, will, and determination, you can overcome huge obstacles. And if a person has Down syndrome or a physical or mental disability, whoever that person is still human and should be treated as a human, not an animal, and definitely not a monster. What I look forward to in high school is new things to learn, people to meet, new things about to discover, and most of all, the new things I will experience. Even if those experiences will be good or bad.
As a learner, I learned to take notes faster. I learned how to be a responsible student and how to respect the teacher's property. But see, the most important lessons that CL taught me was to be quiet when the teacher is explaining something. CL also taught me to be attentive, focus on the lesson, to study really hard. What I look forward to in the next 5 years is for us to be more mature, doing tasks faster, and always be studying hard for a better future.
I learned that I'm responsible person because I do not find homework without my parents telling me. I also learned that I can do my task if I concentrate properly and I listen to my teachers. These are the things I learned growing up in course. Have friends, study well, listen to and respect teachers, be responsible, work as a team, play the help of their friends. I'm looking forward to seeing new students, learning new lessons, meeting new teachers, seeing old friends, and completing my task correctly